Good morning and happy Thursday. I hope you're having a good week. It's almost Friday for those of you who don't work on weekends, and look forward to that. I want to talk about having your pain or pleasure in advance. The subconscious doesn't know the difference between something imagined or perceived and something real, which is why we worry and we have anxiety about a lot of things, and it puts our body under unnecessary stress because we start imagining the worst possible outcomes uh, possible, and that's not healthy for us. But we can also use this to our advantage, being this kind of organism and having this function in our brains and our nervous system. So, believe it or not, we're not particularly designed as humans to exercise. Exercise, as we know it, going to the gym or going for a walk or doing things for recreation and for fitness, is a fairly new thing in humanity. Uh, and I remember hearing a story about a guy many, many years ago, and he bought some weights, and he was telling his grandparents that he bought these weights, and they said, "Oh, you bought these lumps of steel. What are they for?" And he said, "To work out, to build muscle and to get stronger." And they found that very strange that you would go and buy something for the sole purpose of lifting. Um, so it's true, and I think the new science around natural movement and natural lifestyle is all about primitive movement and just moving our bodies in a natural way, going for a walk, going for a run, swimming, climbing, balancing on things that we did as children that were very, very good for us. That was natural. Children don't sort of have to or seek out, structured forms of exercise like adults. They just play. And we need to get back to that. We need to sit on the ground more, sit on the floor. We need to opt for ground sitting instead of furniture sometimes. Stretch and play with your toes and explore your body. And just climb trees. These days when I go trail running, I try and run along logs. Maybe if there's a strong branch, grab that and swing for a little while. Do lots of tactile exercises with my hands and arms as well. Yoga is quite good. Tai Chi, martial arts, natural forms of stretching, get in the water, swim around, not just always structured exercises at the gym or at home, as much as, they can be beneficial as well. So despite what most people might think, I'm quite naturally a lazy person. I think as far as exercise, and I think a lot of people probably are as well. Um, and if you go to bed at night and think, well, okay, I really want to get up early tomorrow and do some form of exercise. I have to get up and get my clothes out and put my shoes on and then drive to the place, or go for a walk or something like that. You're having your pain in advance, or what that's going to feel like, to get ready in the preparation. If you have your pleasure in advance, where you get all of your clothes ready the night before, for example, get your shoes and socks out, and do a little visualization, even if it's the next morning when you wake up and you're not feeling motivated to do the exercise you thought you would like to do, such as go for a run or walk or go to the beach or a swim or whatever. Have your pleasure in advance. Think about it and think, you know, start thinking how you're going to feel. Close your eyes even. Breathe slowly and think about how you're going to feel once you've just finished doing that exercise. So you've just come back from a walk, a brisk walk, or a run, or a swim, or yoga. You're feeling loosened up. Your heart's beating a little faster. Your blood's pumping. You're a little bit out of breath. You feel warm. You feel stretched, maybe relaxed, and you feel really fresh. And you think, oh, I'm so glad I did that. Now, just that thought alone, just that visualization alone will change your physiology, will change your neurology, and your body will start to perceive that it's already happened, or the pleasure of that you'll gain once it's happened. So have your pleasure in advance. Now you can apply this to anything in life. And that's why a lot of athletes use visualization to picture the perfect shot, the perfect golf stroke, the perfect swim, the perfect win, whatever it may be. But we can use that to have our pleasure in advance because, again, the nervous system doesn't know the difference between something perceived or imagined and something real. which is also why partly how phobias work, where we see, we've had a bad experience with a spider, for example. We see a spider, or we think of a spider, or we see something that maybe looks like a spider or a snake, whatever it may be, and we have an adverse reaction to that, because our body's locked in the adverse reaction or the fear or the phobia of that. And of course, we can undo that using different forms of therapy. So just as we can have our pain in advance, we can also have our pleasure in advance. And whenever I feel really unmotivated to do something, but I know it's going to be good for me when I do it, I try and have my pleasure in advance, and I imagine just finishing having done that activity, and your body starts to change. You feel really great. So yeah, I hope this little tip has worked. It really does work. It's been used for a long time, and it's a great motivational tip that a lot of sports psychologists look into very deeply. And I hope it helps you today, tomorrow, in the future, whatever it may be. I hope you have a great Thursday, and look forward to presenting something on the weekend. Thank you.